From strategy to success, the minds behind the wins. Where success meets real stories in Mara's way. Strengthen your vision every week. Traders who broke through their limits, turned losses into lessons. One story can change everything. You could be next. Join now.
Hello and welcome back, traders, to another FundingPips success story. So today's guest is someone I think a lot of traders are genuinely going to connect with. He's been trading for 7 years now, and he became profitable about few years of learning. And today he's building his journey step by step with FundingPips. So please welcome with me Muhammad from India. Thank you for joining us, Muhammad.
Thank you very much for inviting me. I never thought that I will feature with Funding Pips.
Amazing. It's lovely having you with us. So, before we talk about your strategy, your psychology, and your risk management, I want to go back all the way to the beginning to one specific moment. That moment where trading stopped feeling like a dream and it started feeling real to you. Do you remember that moment?
Yeah, that was the moment when my first payout come. Before that, I was giving too much time to trading, but it's look like I am not getting any result. But the moment I got my first payout, that clicked me too much. That this is possible. I can also do this. There are lots of people who achieve success through trading. I can also achieve.
Yeah, wow. That's actually very powerful. I think many traders dream about that moment, and I can feel what it really meant to you. Um, so you mentioned there were many moments where you thought about quitting. What was the hardest period in your journey mentally that made you want to quit a few times?
Actually, that was came in 2022 or 23 when there was Russia and Ukraine war. So there was too much volatility in the market. I on that time I used to trade in Indian market, future and option. So I'm an intraday day trader. So I was trading daily, but on the particular day when Russia attacked Ukraine, I had lots of put hold overnight, and that moment just uh, wipe out my whole capital. So
Mhm.
I arranged that capital almost for last 2 3 years, and in just one moment, my whole capital wipe out. So that was the moment I was very frustrated with myself. I was thinking to give up on trading, but after 2 3 minutes of a break, I started again because that was my mistake. Because this was very volatile month, and I was holding puts, so that was completely my mistake.
Yeah, the wars can really affect the market and they affect us in return, of course. Um, if I may ask about a specific thing. So you trade Asia session, am I correct?
Yeah, most of the
So
time I trade association.
yeah. So you trade while everyone around you is basically asleep, right?
Yeah,
How do you cope with that? How do you balance between your life and everyone being awake and you're just awake during nighttime to trade?
yeah. Actually, this is very tough because Asia session start in India around morning 5:30 a.m. and I need to wake up before at least 1 hour to
Yeah.
analyze the market and for everything, and that become very tough because there are so many days where when I sleep around night 12 or 1 o'clock, and I need to wake up around 5 o'clock, and after the Asia session I also work. So sometimes it become very difficult to balance everything. But if you really want to become successful, you need to sacrifice few things, and sleep is one of that.
That's true. It's very true. That's very resilient of you, Muhammad, really. So you became profitable in 2022 after
Yeah,
starting in 2019.
yeah,
So
right.
what changed mentally comparing 2019 to 2022? What changed or what made you profitable after a few years?
Actually, there is a story behind that because in 2022 there is an Indian broker called Fires. They started a 30 days challenge. If a trader ended a month with profit in 30 days, they refund the brokerage. And on that time, there was too much brokerage. So, and they also give us a certificate that
Mhm.
this trader is a profitable trader. So, because of that, discipline come in my trading. And after that thing, I won that certificate 8 times in a row. Almost 1 year completely, I was profitable with fires. And that was the moment when discipline come in my life, because I am the same person which I was doing the loss as well. And after fixing few things, I am also become profitable. So that few things select me too much.
Yeah. People think profitability just happens overnight, but the true essence of profitability happens from discipline and consistency.
Right.
Um, and speaking of rewards, do you remember your first reward with Funding Pips?
Yeah, I can't forget that moment,
Can you
because
tell me more about it? Yes, please.
yeah, actually, on that time, I was sitting with my wife, and actually, I didn't start prop firm trading. I There are lots of people who suggest me to do prop firm trading, but I always think it's like a fraud thing, because nobody can give you capital with $50 investment or $100 investment. That's why I delay in trading prop firm. But after a particular time, when my few friends start taking payouts, then I also started prop trading. And the first payout when come, I was sitting with my wife, and I tell her that I got my first payout. She was also surprised, and I was also surprised, because before that my major issue was capital. I I
Mhm.
didn't have too much capital to trade in market, but now if you are funding uh, if you are trading prop firm, then you don't need to worry about the capital. If you have really have a skill, you can get as much capital as you can. So that moment hit me very hard, because I can also become successful, because there is no issue of capital here. You just have skill, and don't worry about that everything.
Mhm. You also mentioned you bought a house for your family in Delhi, if I'm correct. Um, was that a moment where you sat there and realized trading actually helped me make this possible?
Yeah, actually, trading also helped me in this, but I had also some other business. So with the help of both things, I bought a house in Delhi, which is very tough to get house
Yeah,
in Delhi.
yeah.
So that was the very proud moment for all of our family.
That's very beautiful, honestly. Well done, really. Um, a lot of traders watching the struggle more than emotions than entries. So let's dig deeper into your risk management. What approach do you have to risk management when you trade?
Actually, I take different type of risk in different type of phases. Just like in challenge phase, I take a different approach, and in phase two, I take a different approach, and in funding stage, I do other things. Just like if I am trading a challenge account, I risk
Mhm.
around 1.5% to 2%. I want to
Okay.
clear the phase one faster. When I reach to phase two, I become little bit defensive. I take only around 1% risk, 1% to 1.5% risk. But when I become funded, I only take 0.5% to 0.7% risk,
All right.
so
All
that
right.
I can keep my account as much as I long.
All right. That's very good. And what strategy do you use when you're trading?
Actually, I am a price action trader. There are few candlestick pattern which I trade often.
Okay.
So these this candlestick pattern give very amazing result if you backtest it. Just like morning star candle, evening star, hammer, inverted hammer, and pullback. So these are the few things which I trade very often. But I have backtested it at least from last 3 4 years. I'm backtesting it every month.
All right, all right. So I'm just gonna address the viewers for a second. Funding tips traders, if you have any question for Muhammad, make sure you drop it in the comments, and Muhammad will be willing to answer every one of your questions. So let me go back to my questions now. How do you manage your trading psychology? Are there any practices, any routines you keep up? How do you manage your losses?
Yeah, actually, before starting my day, I do everything. The first
Mm-hmm.
thing I try to manage is the risk. So every day I come and write in my journal that today I am going to take this much of risk. If that happen, if even in 1 hour or the whole day, I won't take the other trades. So suppose I am taking a 1% risk in one account. If that happen in one single trade, then I don't trade in that account. Just like in my current FundingPips account, I have secured a payout in just 2 days, and after that I have deleted that account from my MT5. So that's the thing I do, always do. I always set a risk per day.
All right. That's a very good thing that you journal is a must for every trader, as we all know. Okay. So I'll move on to something you said. One trade, and I'm quoting from you, one trade can change your trading career. You just need to stay in the market long enough for that trade. So why do you believe that so strongly?
uh, I am also a book lover, and this also happened with the books. We read lots of books, but not all books change our career. One book, one paragraph, one line can change our life. So that's happened with me when I read about Rich Dad Poor Dad. That's completely changed my thinking. That book. So the same thing happened with the trading. So one trade can change completely our life, just like happened with me. But that was a opposite side, the Russia is Ukraine war, but that can also happen in the our side as well.
That line alone, I think, can motivate a lot of the people watching not to quit and to keep going. It's a very strong and powerful sentence. So, one of the questions we got is how much do you take per trade? I think they're referring to risk. So, how
How
much
much?
risk do you take? Yeah, I think you touched upon it, but if you can just repeat it for the viewers one more time.
Okay. Actually, I take risk according to my funding phase. Just like in phase, I take around 1.5% to 2% risk. And in phase two, I become more defensive. I take around 1% to 1.5% risk. But when I become funded, I only take 0.5% to 0.7% risk to keep my account as long as I can.
Hmm. And what pairs do you trade?
I trade only gold.
You only trade gold. All right.
Yeah.
What platform do you use for back testing? And age session is having less volume. How much trade you take in a week or during the days? Or which is the best trade day in the week?
Okay. Actually, I take around 2 to 3 trade per day. It depend on the market condition. First, I check the last 4 hours candle of the which happen in the night. After that, I check the daily bias and 4 hour bias, and according to that, I take my entry. Sometime I just need to take entry in the morning, and it give my result after 7 hours, 8 hours. Because in Indian market, I was a positional trader, and same thing I also try doing in the gold in the current forex trading. So I don't take entry in every 15 minutes, 1 hour. I just take one entry and wait it for 4 5 hours. If you watch my time, and my average trade time is around 2 hours or 3 hours.
All right. Okay, so controlled trading, you put a time limit for yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very disciplined of you. Okay. So I will ask you a question until we get more questions. For all the traders that are watching right now, the ones thinking about quitting, the ones that are just starting trading, what would you genuinely want to tell them?
There are few things which I want to tell them. The first thing is discipline. Discipline is very important, not in trading, also in life. So you need to be disciplined to achieve success in life, and start making your journal. The third thing will be don't overtrade. And there are few more things, just like avoid big losses, because if we watch our trading journal, there are only few big losses which impact our trading. If we remove that big losses, our trading is normal, either in profit or break even. But there are few big losses which change our trading.
Mm-hmm. True. True. They impact us the most. It's a very good advice. Thank you, Muhammad. Um, oh, we have one more questions. What platforms do you use for backtesting?
Trading view.
All right. So, honestly, Muhammad, I think a lot of the traders watching this today and will watch it later are going to see themselves in your story. Not because everything was perfect, but because you kept going. You were very resilient. Thank you so much for joining us and sharing your journey with Funding Tips community. And to everyone watching, sometimes the trader who makes it isn't the smartest one in the room. It's the one who stayed long enough to see their moment arrive. And we'll see you traders in next Wednesday in our next Funding Pips success story. And always remember, you